In a world where routine often dilutes passion and proximity, discovering keys to renewed and deep intimacy is an invaluable treasure. The 5 secret Stoic positions discovered, and for positions where it won't last 1 minute, promise to be these keys, offering not only new physical experiences, but also a deep emotional reconnection that many couples yearn to rediscover. Physical intimacy is an art that many believe to dominate, but the truth is that monotony and predictability can create an invisible barrier that separates partners more than it unites them. The pain of feeling this distance grow over the days, weeks, and months may be distressing. It is not just a matter of seeking pleasure, but of rebuilding bridges, rekindling flames, and strengthening ties that time and stress try to weaken. Have you ever felt like there was something else you could achieve with your partner? That maybe there are no paths on the pleasure map that could lead them to richer and more intense experiences? The 5 secret Stoic positions offer a journey through self-knowledge and intimate communication, foundations that are often forgotten in the hurry of everyday life. Each position is a promise of discovery, not just new sensations, but new dimensions in the relationship. On the other hand, the 4 positions where it will not last 1 minute bring an explosion of intensity that can break any routine. These positions are designed to intensify pleasure to extraordinary levels, promoting total delivery and connection as immediate as deep. These are moments where time seems to stop, and the only world that exists is the one you both create together at that moment. Looking at the journey to improve intimacy can be scary. The fear of the unknown, the fear of failing, the fear of not being enough for the other. All these are common feelings that can stop couples to take the next step. But the promises contained in the 5 Stoic positions and for explosive positions are an invitation to overcome these fears, an invitation to experiment and learn together, in an atmosphere of confidence and mutual exploitation. This is the time to transform the pain of disconnect into a path of discovery and ecstasy. Are you ready to open this door and find out what's on the other side? These techniques are not just solutions. They are initiations to a lifestyle where intimacy continues to grow, evolve, and surprise, day after day. Now that we have explored these amazing techniques, let's go further, deepening the secret storage positions. But first, take a quick look and confirm if you are already subscribed to this channel. Here, I will bring a series of videos that promise to teach you how to maximize pleasure and connection in your relationship. Don't miss the chance to keep learning and experimenting. Exploring the dynamics of intimate relationships involves not only to understand, but also profoundly appreciate each other's desires and needs. By integrating Stoic principles, such as the search for self-knowledge and the valorization of virtue, we can transform physical intimacy into a path to the deeper emotional connection. Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasizes resistance, self-sufficiency, and rationality, teaches us that understanding our own emotions and those of our partner is fundamental to a harmonic relationship. This translates into physical intimacy by encouraging open communication about desires and limits, promoting a richer and more satisfactory experience for both. In this context, approaching physical intimacy from the Stoic perspective does not mean to suppress emotions or desires, but to understand and direct them so that they contribute to mutual well-being. This can be exemplified in choosing intimate positions that not only seek physical pleasure, but also strengthen the emotional bond among partners. One of the most emblematic positions that exemplifies this principle is the spoon position. In addition to being a posture that allows comfort and proximity, it facilitates an intense emotional connection. The hug from behind symbolizes protection and safety, while the configuration allows both partners to adjust the rhythm and depth of penetrations so that it maximizes pleasure to both, respecting their sensitivities and limits. The spoon position is particularly significant as it allows simultaneous stimulation of key erogenous zones, such as G-point and clitoris. This double stimulus not only increases sexual satisfaction, but also reinforces the importance of being aware of the partner's reactions and needs. Communication, a central Stoic virtue, is essential here, allowing both partners to express their preferences and adjust their movements to provide maximum pleasure and comfort to each other. Finally, embracing the Stoic principles in intimacy is not only about physical satisfaction, but also about cultivating respect, understanding, and mutual affection. Through this practice, the couple can achieve harmony that transcends the physical aspect, strengthening their connection at all levels. Continuing the exploitation of secret storage positions, let's dive into the dog style, a widely appreciated position that has been particularly popular in the UK among individuals aged 35 to 44. This position not only offers depth and intensity in the physical connection, but also makes room for a subtle and consensual power dynamic that can be incredibly stimulating and rewarding. The puppy style allows the person behind control the rhythm and depth of penetration. This control aspect can be incredibly empowering for women as it allows her to indicate angle and intensity preferences, transforming experience into a balanced and mutually satisfactory power exchange. This position is often valued not only by the physical pleasure it provides, but also for the element of delivery and confidence that requires and reinforces. In this context, Stoic teachings about the virtue of wisdom can be applied to improve experience. Stoic wisdom teaches us to understand and regulate our own answers and emotions. In the practice of intimacy, this means being aware of the partner's answers and adapting movements to maximize shared pleasure. This involves constant communication, where each person expresses their needs and desires while respecting the limits of the other. In addition, puppy style can be adapted to increase comfort and pleasure, introducing variations such as adjusting knee height and using support pillows. These adaptations not only make the position more comfortable, but also allow the couple to explore different penetration angles, which can lead to new areas of pleasure that were not explored before. The position also offers the opportunity to explore the emotional intimacy in unique ways. For example, eye contact may be limited, which may increase the feeling of mystery and anticipation. However, the touch can be intensely personal and intimate, with back and other erogenous areas. This combination of visual distance and physical proximity can intensify emotional and physical experience, leading to a more powerful and significant climax. Reflecting on the Stoic practice of reflection and control over their own perceptions, one can see how the dog position, with its dynamics of power and delivery, offers an opportunity for both partners to explore and express their preferences in ways that can be emotional and physically liberating. In doing so, the position becomes not only a means of physical pleasure, but also a tool to strengthen trust and emotional connection. Ultimately, approaching physical intimacy with a Stoic mindset can transform even a common position into a practice of mutual understanding and growth. The dog position, with its rich opportunity for emotional and physical dialogue, exemplifies how wisdom and Stoic practice can enrich intimate connections, making them deeper, meaningful, and satisfactory. The importance of mutual knowledge of each other's preferences and sensitivities in building a more intimate and rewarding relationship. Understanding the partner's tastes and aversions is crucial to cultivating a sexual experience that not only satisfies, but also strengthens the emotional bond between the couple. In this context, the missionary position, often seen as traditional or simple, proves to be a screen for the expression of intimacy and connection when practiced with intention and attention to the needs of the other. The plane alignment technique, a variation of this position, emphasizes the adjustment of the penetration angle to maximize clitoris stimulation, which can intensify orgasm to many women. This physical adaptation not only increases pleasure, but also highlights the importance of understanding and consideration for the preferences of the partner. This position allows an emotionally loaded facing in front, where the looks meet and the expressions are easily visible. Such moments provide a rare opportunity for intense nonverbal communication, where subtle gestures and changes in expression can communicate love, desire, and affection deeply personal. This immediate visual and physical connection can be incredibly powerful, turning a physical act into a deep and significant emotional exchange. In addition, the missionary position and its aligned variation offer both partners the ability to control the depth and rhythm of penetration. This allows both to adjust the movement to maximize mutual pleasure, always respecting the physical and emotional limits of each other. In Stoic terms, this reflects the virtue of temperance, moderation in their own behavior to achieve the greater good of both involved. The adoption of this position with the poor alignment technique can also be a means of expressing the Stoic commitment to mutual well-being. By adapting to the partner's needs and seeking ways to improve shared experience, both can discover new dimensions of pleasure and satisfaction that, in turn, reinforce confidence and emotional intimacy. The integration of these Stoic principles in the practice of intimacy is a reminder that sex is not just a physical act, but a form of communication and connection that can be enriched through respect, understanding, and mutual empathy. Thus, the missionary position, enriched by the poor alignment technique, becomes not only a means of physical pleasure, but a symbol of unity, care, and emotional communion among partners. By exploring the partner's individual preferences and sensitive points, we expand sexual and emotional satisfaction, strengthening bonds of trust and complicity essential for a lasting relationship. This deepening not only enriches physical experience, but also solidifies the emotional bond, building a solid basis for the mutual and continuous growth of the relationship. The exploitation of different positions and practices reveals important nuances about one's preferences, promoting a more harmonious and satisfactory relationship. For example, the missionary position variant that allows greater clitoris stimulation to be a revelation for couples who seek to intensify female pleasure, while practices such as tantric massage can deepen the emotional connection by prolonging and intensify intimate experience. These practices, when aligned with the Stoic principles of self, knowledge, and mutual respect, not only improve the quality of physical intimacy, but also promote a deeper understanding of the partner's emotional and physical needs. This is crucial for the strengthening of any partnership, as empathy and understanding are the key to conflict resolution and maintaining a healthy and balanced relationship. In addition, adapting and customizing sexual experience to meet partner preferences demonstrates a commitment to the other's well-being, a practice closely aligned with the Stoic value of justice, which emphasizes the importance of giving each one what is due. In this case, the due consideration and care of the desires and limits of the other, elements that transcend the physical act and manifest themselves in a deep respect for the individuality of the partner. The Stoic practice of reflection on their own actions and motivations can be extremely useful in intimate relationships. In reflecting on why certain preferences or desires, partners can discover subjective aspects of their past personalities or trauma that influence their current needs. This introspection can lead to important revelations that, when shared with the partner, facilitate a deeper understanding and more genuine empathy. Finally, by addressing intimacy with a Stoic perspective, partners are encouraged to seek not only their own pleasure, but also the well-being of the other. This joint search for satisfaction and happiness can transform the relationship deeply, creating a bond that is both physical and emotionally resilient. Stoicism teaches that true satisfaction comes from virtue and mutual well-being, and applying this lesson in the intimate context promotes a more solid, comprehensive, and lasting partnership. Poly-alignment technique in missionary position is a refined approach that focuses on optimizing clitoris stimulation, a crucial key to female pleasure. Instead of following traditional penetration, this technique involves a strategic alignment of the bodies, allowing the base of the penis to maintain constant contact with the clitoris. This method not only improves direct stimulation during the act, but also intensifies shared emotional experience, reinforcing the connection between partners. The missionary position, commonly seen as simple, is transformed by the poor alignment into a deeply engaging experience. In this technique, the active partner pays more about the body of the receptive partner, with an adjustment to the input angle that allows the trunk and pelvis to maintain constant pressure on the genital area. This results in direct and rhythmic friction in the clitoris, an approach that can be especially effective for women who prefer clitoral stimulation to achieve orgasm. In order to implement the poor alignment technique effectively, it is essential that both partners communicate their preferences and adjust their movements and positions as needed. This may include changes in the way the active partner positions his legs, the intensity and rhythm of pelvic movements, and even the use of pillows to change the elevation of the receptive partner's hips. The key is experimenting and adapting to each other's answers, promoting an experience that is both satisfactory and comfortable for both. The importance of physical contact in this technique cannot be underestimated. In addition to physical stimulation, skin-skin contact can increase oxytocin levels, well-being and bond hormone, strengthening the emotional bond between partners. Proximity also allows both to share glances, breaths, and expressions during the act, elements that can significantly increase emotional intimacy and feeling of connection. In the Stoic context, the technique of poor alignment in the missionary position reflects the principles of attention and mutual adjustment. Stoicism values self-mastery and deep understanding of the contexts in which we are inserted, including intimate relationships. Thus, adapting the technique to maximize joint pleasure, respecting the partner's sensations and preferences, is a practice that is in perfect harmony with the Stoic goal of living in agreement with nature, here understood as human nature and its needs. In addition, This technique makes room for partners to openly discuss their needs and desires, a dialogue that is fundamental to the success of any relationship. Honesty and clarity in communications about what each one finds pleasurable not only improves the quality of physical intimacy, but also solidifies confidence and mutual understanding. In short, the poor alignment technique in the missionary position is not just a method for increasing physical pleasure. It is also a means of deepening emotional connection and strengthening the relationship. By aligning the physical with the emotional through this practice, partners can explore new dimensions of intimacy, supported by the Stoic values of understanding, adjustment, and mutual respect. Hey, had you heard about these positions? Did you know it existed? Put in the comments if you've been through this, or if you know the story of any known. I will help you in the comments. We have reached the end of our journey together today, and I hope you found valuable and inspiring insights into the 5 discovered secret Stoic positions, and for positions where it won't last 1 minute. Each technique we explore is more than one method. It is a door to a richer and more connected experience, an opportunity to rediscover passion and strengthen the bond they share with your partner. Remember, true intimacy goes beyond the physical. She gets rooted in the courage to open, willingness to learn, and commitment to grow together. The positions we discuss are powerful tools, but real magic happens in the space between you both, where vulnerability finds confidence and where desire turns into a connection. Do not let the routine define the contours of your relationship. Use the knowledge we share today to experiment, to communicate, and to connect in ways you may never have thought possible. Whether exploring the poor alignment technique in the missionary position to intensify pleasure, or challenging the boundaries intensely through explosive positions, each moment together is a chance to rediscover what makes the other's heart more pulsate. If this video was useful for you, share it with friends or partners who can also benefit from this knowledge. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so as not to lose future videos that will continue to explore the infinite possibilities of intimacy and relationship. Thank you for being here with me today. Keep exploring, sharing, and loving. Until next time.